This is a video lesson for 9-1, the physical features of Mexico. The main idea for this lesson is to talk about Mexico's physical features, including plateaus, mountains, and coastal lowlands. You've already watched a video lesson about the vocabulary of this section or this lesson, but I'm just going to dive in a little deeper with you and talk about some facts surrounding those vocabulary. So as you are reading this lesson, I want you to fill in the graphic organizer to take notes on Mexico's physical features, the climate, vegetation, and natural resources. So you'll find that at the bottom of the page here. So I want you to fill in the major physical features, the climate, and the vegetation. Okay, and then I can figure out how to hide this again. Oh, click on the X. Okay. So Mexico, our neighbor to the south, shares a long border with the United States. Forming part of this border is one of Mexico's few major rivers, the Rio Bravo. In the United States, this river is called the Rio Grande. And other places along the U.S. and Mexico border, it is impossible to tell where one country ends and the other country begins. So here's a picture of the Rio Bravo. It separates Texas and Mexico. Okay, it says locate Mexico on the map and see that, except for its border with the United States, Mexico is mostly surrounded by water. Mexico's border in the west is the Pacific Ocean. Stretching south into the Pacific Ocean from northern Mexico is a narrow peninsula, and this is called Baja California. We talked about this in the vocabulary. To the east, Mexico's border is the Gulf of Mexico. The Gulf of Mexico is separated from the Caribbean Sea by a part of Mexico called the Yucatan Peninsula. So if you look at this map, you will see Baja California over here on the west side, and the Gulf of California is right in between the two land masses. And then you'll see this is the Gulf of Mexico. This is the Yucatan Peninsula. So the two peninsulas are Baja California and the Yucatan Peninsula. So I want you to pause this video and I want you to answer this question. What feature extends into the Gulf of Mexico? Okay, so the plateaus and mountains. Much of the inner landscape of Mexico consists of high, mostly rugged region called the Mexican Plateau. The plateau's lowest point is more than half mile above sea level. Its highest point is close to 2 miles above sea level. The entire plateau spreads between two mountain ranges that rise still higher. One range is the Sierra Madre Oriental that lies in the east, and the other is Sierra Madre Occidental, which lies in the west. Together, these two mountain ranges and another shorter one in southern Mexico make up Sierra Madre, or the Mother Range. Between these two ranges in the south lies the Valley of Mexico. Mexico City, the country's capital, is located there. The mountains south of Mexico City include towering snow-capped volcanoes. Volcanic eruptions as well as earthquakes are a threat there. The volcano Popocatépetl do your best to pronounce that one, near Mexico City has been erupting from time to time since 1994. So Mexico has diverse geography, so plateaus and mountains and coastal lowlands. This is what it looked like in Cabo when I traveled there with my husband. Lots of lowlands. There were bird reservoirs. You could see there's birds here. And this is a picture of Cozumel. It's an island in the Gulf of Mexico along the east coast of the Yucatan Peninsula. It's mostly flat. Its wetlands attract wading birds like these large spoonbills that look somewhat like flamingos. They're like even pink like flamingos. Okay, so remember to be filling in the graphic organizer. And I'm going to have you guys continue to read. So I want you to read Coastal Lowlands and then answer this question. What are Mexico's major physical features? Fill it, and then fill in your graphic organizer. From there, you're going to go to the next section and read this section on climate and vegetation. And then answer this question by studying the map. What conclusion could you draw about the diversity of Mexico's environment? So what is the majority of Mexico's environment? Or maybe there isn't a majority, maybe it's kind of diverse and equal. Or could you say that there's more specifically desert land in the north? You could say there's specifically humid tropical climate in the south. So just pretty much say the basic facts about what you see in the map. And then remember to complete the graphic organizer, and then also answer this question. Why does Mexico City sometimes experience freezing temperatures even though it is in the tropics? And then the last section is natural resources. So I want you to read about this and fill in the graphic organizer, the last section of the graphic organizer, and put in examples of natural resources. Write in and answer this question. What is one of Mexico's most important resources? And you will see that silver is one of the minerals and the most popular mineral that is drawn from Mexico. Okay, so go ahead and fill this in. We are going to discuss this more in class, but this concludes your 9-1 video lesson on the physical features of Mexico.